Good morning, all your beautiful ladies. I'm Mariette from Merwe, and I would love to share my story with you and the breakthrough God had in my life. We were expecting a baby boy in February 2017. It was an exciting day, like all the previous doctor visits. We got up early in the morning, and this day was a bit different than all the previous routine visits. We really hoped that the doctor will say today we'll meet our boy Joshua. So for that reason we packed my bag, we packed his bag, car seat, everything ready. Very excited to see the doctor in Pretoria. On our way we listened to RSG, and they were talking about a new star that they just found the previous day. Myself and my husband was in awe as we thought that how scientists even today can't figure out, with all the new technology, how everything in the universe is actually fitted all together, and how God actually made the whole earth with one word. And even today scientists do not figure out everything, and new things are invented every day. We confirmed and affirmed the greatness of the God that we praise and worship. Little did we know that all of this grace will be needed a few hours later. We got to the hospital, or to the doctor, where there was no heartbeat. It was an utter of silence, and I've never experienced something like that in my life before. But with all of this, I in retrospect know that all the people, family, friends, doctors, sisters, the anesthetist was carefully placed by God in my life that day, because each of those people had a big influence of how I got through my next few months and weeks. With all of this happening, hearing that my baby boy died, and we actually thought we would have met him that day, I felt angry, jealous. I had 1,000 questions. Why do things like this happen? Why do God allow things like this to happen? He's a loving God. Why do I hear news stories where people throw away their children, where I would have given everything to have my son in my arms? And the devil tormented me with all of these things, and ladies all around me, women all around me being pregnant, getting their children, and I was so angry. With that being said, God also placed specific people in my life. One friend of mine, we had a conversation while walking, said we must really try and speak positive. We must speak life, even if I don't feel it at that stage. We tried it, so if people ask me how I was, where in the past I would have said up and down, and by speaking that I really experienced the up and downs, and the downs were quite bad. By starting to speak positive and saying, no, it's good, I'm doing well, and even at the beginning it was not the truth, I now can say, by saying that over and over, it became the truth. It is going well with us. I am well. It's well with our soul. It's well with our marriage. We really feel the presence of God every day in our life. All the above questions and the previous mentioned questions that I have, in God's time, gave me clear answers. He was so graceful by giving me them, and by me trying to get all the answers of why things happened the way it did, and searching for it in the Bible, I really felt God speaking to me. I've never been so close to God in my life, and where one of my angry questions in the beginning was, why do God make things like this happen for me to testify for other people? Why do bad things happen for me to help other people? I got a very soft and gentle answer that it wasn't for other people, it was for me. I've never been so close to God in my life. I've never heard His voice so clear in my life. And I've never been with the bad things so happy in my life, because I feel God's presence and grace and mercy. Then I want to just share final things with your ladies. I've always heard the cliche where the people say, you see the two footsteps in the sand? It was when you were alone and God left you. That's not a cliche, and it's not the truth. The two footsteps in the sand is where God carried me. It was when I was weak and when I was at my lowest, when God kept me close to His chest and protected me from all the other things that can happen. So my final word to each lady: we have a good God. We have a loving God. His grace is beyond our understanding. And with the knowing of that, I can prevail, and anything in life throws at me can be overcome. Be blessed, and I hope this can encourage you with anything that you might experience in your life. And amen.